Hi everybody, Corey here from Tales from a Polk County Girl. This is my second video, and between setting up for this one and finishing the last one, setting up for this one, I decided to make my videos about my story notebooks and my teenage college year journals a two-part video. So this will be part one, because I have two cubbies full and I don't want to rush through them because some of these are really, really beautiful. So let's begin. Alright, this was probably another dollar store journal that I barely used any pages in. I was really bad about that for a while. Same thing with this one. I went through an Italian phase when I first discovered that um, my mom was half Italian, which made me a quarter Italian, and like I just really got into my Italian heritage, and so I bought this. It's got wine bottles on it, and the wine is French. Oops. These next two, they're actually really big spiral notebooks that one's from European history class. What I used to do, because for the longest time I used spiral notebooks, not only for stories but for journals, because I couldn't afford these lovely bound journals. And what I would do is I would cover them. I would cover decorate the covers and be all funny like that. And I'm just going to flip through. Yeah, some of the stuff I would tape in here. And it's kind of like a scrapbook. Is there anything I actually wrote in here? But, sorry y'all. Yeah, I would make lists in here and stuff like that. And you're going to see a lot more spiral notebooks done like this. Not this same brand, but the same idea. This other one was it's my notes from my AP European history class because I really enjoyed that class and decided to keep my stuff. Alright, this journal is, I bought this when my mom and I went to New York in 2005, and I used it as not a diary. I didn't use it as a diary at all. I wrote some poems in it and started a story in it, but of course never finished it, so only that much of this notebook is used. Shame on me, but what can you do? Alright, now we're getting into more of the spiral notebooks. I'm actually going to take them out and put them back in one by one after I show them to you. This one was another one. My husband's not too thrilled with this one, but I made this before I met him. And same thing, poems, stories, all throughout it. And this is also when I discovered gel pens, so there's a lot of different colored gel pens in here. This is back when I actually used to write a lot. I think I did that instead of paying attention in class because I was bored. Here's another one. You guys can see. I hope that's coming through okay. And this one was one it was stuff I had printed off from like the internet and just taped in here. Like these lists, like you may not realize it's true. I'm sure everybody's seen these floating around Facebook. Back in the day of LiveJournal, which is still active, and that's what I used to have. My friends would post stuff like that, and I would just copy and paste it and print it out. This was another one. And same idea. stories. Though in this one, I didn't write on the backs of pages. I only, my British boy, hang on. Is there a date on this? 2004, 2005, 2006. My husband and I met in 2005, and apparently I wrote a poem in here called My British Boy. He is from England. No, he does not have his accent. He's been here since he was 9. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is private. I'm not sharing that on YouTube. Here's another one. He really liked Family Guy and gave me, we were at Hot Topic and I saw this and it made me laugh and he liked it because it had Stewie on it. So I bought it apparently. And this one is 2004, 2005. More short stories and stuff like that. I also used to do a big thing of, I love to write down movie dialogue between the characters, like in the movie Hook, when Tinkerbell first shows up, and their whole dialogue, I love it. So I have that written out in here. I also I can pretty much write out the entire script to Labyrinth, because I've seen it so many times, and that's in there as well. This is another one that I had. This actually predates me meeting my husband. This was in early 2005. I didn't meet him until September 2005. And this was this one. This was one of those black notebooks where you write on it with the gel pen. And I did start using it. I'm not really going to show you guys what's in this one. But one thing I did notice with these black gel pen notebooks was that as I was writing, my hand would just get really black, and so would my arm. So that's probably why I didn't use much of it. But there's that one. And this one, Walmart carried this style of notebook for the longest time. And this was spring, summer 2006, and I essentially used it to write down song lyrics and kept it as a text message log from my then boyfriend, now husband. And yeah, that's pretty much all that's in here, and I'm not going to show you guys that. Let's see, this big comical notebook. This was actually a gift from a friend of mine who's also a writer, and I actually remember writing in it in the class that my husband and I met in. We met in college, and I remember sitting there writing in this notebook and him sitting beside me. So this notebook did have a story in it, a half-started story, and wow, I actually wrote a lot more of that story than I thought. But again, barely any of it used. I was really, really bad about that. Let's see, a couple more ones. This one is another decorated one, and this is a poem that I wrote for one of my classes. What's the date in this one? Fall 2005. So this is another one from the semester I met my husband, and I seem to have some quotes in here, some lists, a little bit of some short stories. I used to write a lot, and now that I'm an adult, I don't write as much, unfortunately. I found this one at Hot Topic, and I just thought it was beautiful. I love fairies, and this one has something almost on every page. I think dated fall 2005. Yeah, I think this is when I really started getting into the habit of finishing notebooks because I didn't want to waste them. Then the rest of the notebooks, this is the beginnings of the story notebooks. This was fall 2006, and this notebook, it has a combination of a lot of things. It's got a short story in it. It's got notes in it. It was like my first everything notebook. Then this one, it's the Vincent van Gogh notebook from, I think it was Paper Chase that does this? Paper Blanks. And they're beautiful notebook. This has I think a couple stories in it. I think it was also this one was also a everything notebook. It had multiple stories in it that I eventually typed up. This one, again, part of that same hot chocolate collection from Walmart. And this one, let's see. I don't remember if this was a everything. No, this was not an everything notebook. This was the first notebook that was actually dedicated to one story. And the papers and all the backgrounds sticking out. This one, another one I bought at Hot Topic, and I thought it was beautiful. This was a single-use story one, and the pages are just beautiful. Let's see if I can. I might do a blog post on this one if people want, so they can see the pictures better. And very gothic. Like I loved this notebook. I didn't want to stop using it. And yes, there are blank pages in the back, and I can still use it, but it's not the same. And they're beautiful. Okay. This is Ravelry journal by Victoria Francis, if you want to look it up. This little journal from Paper Blanks was the first in my, was it the first one? Oh no, this one was the first international thriller that I wrote. It isn't published yet, but this was the book that it started in. Let's see. Okay, the Harry Potter journal. This was not a story notebook. This was an actual journal. This little Tinkerbell journal was the first in a 4-book children's series that I wrote. Again, not published, but that's what's in that one. And this one, my Oh the Places You'll Go notebook, is book 2 in that children's series. Okay? Alright, that's that cubby. I'm going to clean up and get ready for the next one. Okay, so thank you for watching. Video 2.2b is coming up. And if you want to see more videos, leave a comment, leave a request, and hit subscribe. Y'all know the deal. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. This is not working.